Hi guys, it's True here. Welcome to another Tuber's High Score Challenge. This week it's on one of my favourite arcade games, Dinosaurs, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, sorry. Got it the wrong way around. I always get that wrong way around, even though it's one of my favourite games. I absolutely love side-scrolling beat-em-ups, so this is right down my street. Now, after messing around with a few characters, I decided to go for Mess. I liked him best. I liked the extra power, and I didn't think his speed offered that much of a penalty really, because that was his weak spot. He could combo most enemies to death in one lot, really one lot of punches really, compared to the others where some of the other enemies actually could get back up and have another go at you. But it didn't actually start off that well this run at all. I don't really take damage at this point at all, so I couldn't pick up the food. Couldn't pick the food here, which if you've got full energy and you collect food, you get massive bonus points, like 5,000–10,000 points at a time sometimes, depending on the food item. So I lost a lot of points there, and I was only 2 minds of restarting, but I'm glad I didn't. Really glad I didn't, because it turned out to be my best run. Now, this is a little neat trick. If you do your special attack, which is both buttons, what's called your defensive move. If you've got a weapon in your hand, it will drop your weapon. And now, this is when disaster is strong as well, because normally I drop the weapon and then take these guys out by hand, and again don't take any damage. So I can normally get through these first two sections with no damage taken whatsoever. And I picked up the gun by accident again there, so I ended up flying kicking this guy to death. Then I thought this is going to take all bloody day, so I think I ran away from him. Yeah, there you go, ran away from him, special to drop the gun, and then finished him off. Picked up the shotgun again. The reason I'm doing this, it's important for me, I find it important that you get the shotgun to the boss, because it does a lot of damage very quickly to him. So as soon as I land here, you special again, drop the gun. And again, this is where I've sacrificed some more points here, because normally you get to this point with no damage taken. So when you kill this big guy, you get that platter of food there, and you get a massive 10 grand for that, 10,000 points. So you pick the gun back up, and then you've got 6 shotgun blasts at the boss. So you usually can do a decent bit of damage to the boss, and you can usually get rid of the dinosaur as well. Again, they don't normally hit me there as well, but they did. But yeah, you can get a massive amount of damage, and that's the dinosaur dead already, so he's out the way. Always throw the weapon at him. It's a free little knockdown and a little bit of chip damage to him. And then this is where I like Mess a lot, because when you see that he had a full energy bar there, and one combo nearly knocks about 75% of his bar off of him, where the other guys only knock about 50%, so it's a lot more powerful. Got really lucky there with them guys not hitting me, so that really was the key to getting this boss down without losing a life. The big guys just seem to be very friendly this time, and there he is dead. I rushed to get the food, hoping it was going to fill my energy back up so I could grab that chocolate bar and get some points, but it just had a thin sliver left and didn't refill my health. But I got full vitality bonus, which was good, because I don't normally get that, so that was an extra bit of points. I do like this game where you can skip the cutscenes. If you hold your buttons down, it'll speed the cutscenes up for you, because obviously when you're doing a few practice runs, you don't want to be watching the same cutscene over and over and over. So I did like that, any cutscene you can speed along. Now this is the example where I got 10,000 points for that, so I had full energy. I like that, how it rewards you for getting to certain stages with full health. Now this section here, you can handle it 2 ways, and I dabbled with both ways to try and get past this bit. Not these two guys, not these two hunters, these poachers, these are easy, these very rarely attack you. But this next section here, two or three big dudes come and start pounding down on that dinosaur to wake it up. Now, if you can kill them, they don't wake the dinosaur up, and you don't have to fight the dinosaur. So it's a case of swings and roundabouts. Do you go for the extra points of the dinosaur, or do you go for the one less enemy? Because that dinosaur can very nasty and knock a lot of energy off you if you let it grab you. So I always try and leave it asleep. I'd rather have the health than the points in that stage, because obviously the health can bring an end to a run, the points can always be recouped later on. So into the marsh, took a stupid hit there. Now these guys just they very rarely attack you, and don't even know why they're not that aggressive. Take the big dude out. Grab the grenade that's always in the water. It's always important, this grenade, to get to kill this mace guy. I think called Lasher or something. This guy can quite easily knock a fair bit of health off you. Now throw that grenade there, looking to catch him in it. There's another grenade there as well. And again, this is where Messi's extra bit of damage comes into play, because he just takes him down that ever so bit quicker. Took a hell of a lot of damage there. I was panicking and we were going to lose a life, but luckily I do get him down. And in the next part of the level is some tyres with a full health regen. So again, ready for this boss. Now this boss is annoying, really annoying. This guy is. I cocked up on this guy as well. I didn't do my usual tactic. This guy died, and he wasn't. This guy here, he wasn't supposed to start attacking me there. I was supposed to be able to move up and grab my revolver, but I couldn't grab it in time before the cutscene, cut into place and took my character away. I normally get that revolver and fire three shots off, and he knocks him over, and another 3 shots knocks him over again, and it took a decent amount of damage off him by that point, but didn't get it. Luckily it stayed on screen, so it was there for later on. And again, I've experimented with a few ways to handle this section as well. Emails. Whilst you can get the knives, you can't really call it a knife, can you? The big sword or machete or whatever, well, you can use that to knock them down instantly. Mess does a lot more damage with his fists, so I always tend not to have them where possible. When I do pick them up at certain points, if it gets they're good for crowd control, for quick knockdowns, and to give you a bit of space. But this guy, if you get to this guy with 1 life, you're pretty much no chance. I don't think I've ever beaten him without losing a life. He always took 1 life off me, and he can quite easily take both lives off you as well. You just start damaging. I mean, by yourself, it won't be that too hard to dodge, because his attack patterns are pretty simple. He jumps at you like that, which can easily be dodged. And he just charge at you, and his sword attacks don't really get in the way. But with all the other enemies on the places over the place as well, they just get in your way, and that's what tends to get you. You take your eye off the ball, you take your eye off the main enemy, and you take needless damage from him. Obviously, if you do it the other way around and focus on the boss, then the other guys swarm you and get you. There it goes down. Now this next level's a bit weird, because you get in your Cadillac and you drive through it. I believe you can actually do this on foot as well. Not actually tried it on foot. I think you just don't pick the radio receiver out, but so you get that many points from doing this on foot, doing it in a car, sorry, that I can't see you gaining that kind of point return on foot. And obviously on foot it's going to be an awful lot more dangerous as well. Plus this boss is an absolute pain in the ass when you're on foot as well. So this was just a case of just on this level a few times just learning where the placements are, just so you could grab as many points as you can. I mean, I do miss quite a lot of them, so there's a lot of improvement that could be made there. But I managed to get a decent share of them. That's what racks the points up. And here's the boss. Best tactic for this boss is to try and slow down, and that move to the left of the screen, and then charge forward and clip him. The more health you can knock off him at this stage, the better, really, because once you get on 40, he's a little bit of a pain in the arse. And you are really relying on decent drops from enemies, because they're random. It's not something you should really rely on there. I think I've got him down to about 1.5 energy bars left. I think my car's about to blow up. Yeah, about 1 2/3. Specials are good to use against this guy, but sorry, the defense. I always call them specials. Defensive moves, you know, when you spin around, but obviously they take energy off you every time they hit him. So it's a bit of a risky tactic, especially when a good placement of grenades from him can literally wipe your energy bar off. So I was lucky to get a machine gun, which helped quite a bit. And I was starting to panic here, because obviously health getting a bit low. But luckily, a shotgun dropped. Where is it? Sure, a shotgun dropped. Or is that another one that I did? Sure, a shotgun dropped. Where's the shotgun? There's the shotgun. There's the shotgun. Hammered that fat guy off there, and one shotgun blast, boom, dead. And that dropped a new weapon I hadn't seen. It's like some kind of rifle. Did try and pick it up, but the game took over again. Well, level 4, bugger all vitality bonus, but got a good amount of bonus points just for clearing the level. So on to level 4, which had only been on about 3 or 4 times. Never had this many points though, so I was close to getting an extra life at 500,000, which I think is really steep to get your first extra life. So picked up this stone, sorry. It's a really strange thing to have as a weapon compared to everything else in the game. But yeah, missed him completely with it. Not that it made much of a difference. So I was just conscious here, I couldn't remember what was coming next, so I just wanted to try and get to this 500,000. And a donut there, which was going to give me some nice bonus points for food. But I don't think I picked it up, I think I waited. Because I forgot that the scene transitions here. So I lost out on some points there, which was annoying. But luckily these tyres had some food as well, and these took me over the 500,000 barrier. So I was well chuffed about that, because I got an extra life, which I never ever had before. So I normally get to about halfway through this level and get swarmed by enemies, because there's an absolute ton on here that swarm you at once. And the defensive move, or the special move, is one of those annoying moves where I don't mind it taking energy off you, but it takes energy off you for each enemy that you hit. And I think that's really unfair, that, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be for crowd control. I mean, half the time you're better off taking the punches than actually using the special, because the special will just take that much health off you. But yeah, this is the bit that's hard, because that's actually the first level boss again. It's a different version of him, really. So it can be very tricky. Didn't know what to pick up here. I thought grenade or revolver, and I decided to go with the revolver because it obviously had 6 goes at the revolver rather than 1 of the grenade. And this was as far as I got. So when they came on the screen, I thought, oh good, I've picked the middle, I've done well there. And then the middle one came and knocked me on my ass. So yeah, great. Couple of hunters again, just let you beat them up. They just don't do anything. I just don't get why they're there. They're just the least aggressive enemy in any beat 'em up I've seen in my life. And then I want to show where to go here, and I thought, oh, I've got to break it, and I thought, I've got a grenade, so I can't really throw my grenade here. I flying kicked it, grenaded these gits who were just sat here. Another new weapon I've never seen before, is stick. Nice cup of tea, or coffee as it was. And for some reason I thought you could break that because it looked like it was part of the game world rather than background. If you have a look, it looks like it's sat on the same plane as that explodable barrel. And this is what I'm talking about here, swarmed with enemies, and these acrobatic buggers who keep jumping all over the place. I think this is where I lose a life. I mean, look, you kill some more, and then some knife guys drop in. It's just ridiculous. I mean, obviously this game is designed for multiplayer, up to 3 players, so I don't think the enemy count increases or decreases depending on how many people are in the game. So obviously playing it 1 player is a bit of a handicap, really. But that's what I would have normally died, really, because I don't normally have this extra life. So it still would have been my best run, but then I had this life to actually burn as well, so didn't know what was coming now. Trio of big guys to take down. Machine gun, and then there was that weapon again there, which is a rifle, so I never actually had that. And again, look, loads of enemies just dropped down again. And I actually wish I didn't use my rifle here, in hindsight, but obviously I didn't know what was coming, did I? Nice. What's that? What's that actually called? Actually, look at that. Was it a latte? Did it say? I couldn't read it. The screen I'm narrating over is very, very small. And yep, here's the level 4 boss. God, this guy's tricky. It's ranged. Throws knives at you all the time. So yeah, I had this rifle. I missed a few shots, but it wasn't that damaging, to be honest with you. But ranged attacks, plus with loads of his minions who also got ranged attacks as well, just wasn't very good. And I was surprised I actually got as far as I did. And I was hoping one of these guys dropped food, which I made a mad dash for that donut. Got it, but the donuts give you bugger all. So I knew I was going to die here. I knew I had no chance of beating it because his energy was still way, way too high. So just a case of smash and grab and get as many points as you can. And there you go. Look at that knifed from the other side of the bloody map. And yep, that's it. Game over. Game over with the guy in the fur coat leering at you. And again, you can speed up your countdown as well, which I always like in arcade games. I hate waiting to have to put your name in. And what was my score? 620,400 points. Thanks for watching, guys, and best of luck to everybody else.